I'm just outside the evacuation zone in the Palmetto area. Those evacuations began right at this time on Friday night. We brought it to you as breaking news during the 6 o'clock news Friday, and the problem worsened throughout the Easter weekend. I want to bring in ABC Action News reporter Wendy Lane now over at the Public Safety Headquarters. Wendy, you've been covering this deteriorating situation at Piney Point for a few years now. And here we are, Manatee, Hillsborough, and Pinellas counties all in a state of emergency. Dozens of people forced to leave their homes and businesses behind as we wait to see if these structures will hold. So, there'll be a massive contaminated water flood if there will be. So what are you hearing right now about the containment for the people in charge?
Well, Wendy, what I want our viewers to know, if you've never been to the area, it's kind of hard to comprehend why this is such a threat. The issue is that they're elevated ponds full of contaminated water. I mean, they go stories and stories above ground. So if there was a total collapse, it would be really catastrophic for the area around it.
An infrared drone identified a signature that could indicate a second breach.
Overnight, fears of another uncontrolled leak at the already leaking gypsum stack caused workers to evacuate the area.
That still remains our #1 priority, is to make sure that the residents, those who are working on the site, continue to remain safe.
Today, the federal government is stepping in. The Army Corps of Engineers and the Environmental Protection Agency are back at the site. Drones are flying over 24/7 to monitor the area for leaks.
I want the best and the brightest on the ground. This is something that's unfortunately could have been dealt with probably over the years.
They say right now the main priority is to relieve pressure on those leaks to prevent a total collapse. They're doing that by draining water from the pond that is leaking, which they say is far less hazardous than the other ponds next to it that contain very toxic water and could also collapse. Right now, about 35 million gallons of water a day is being pumped out of that pond. State and federal funding added 20 additional pumps that will increase the flow up to 100 million gallons a day. Congressman Vern Buchanan was at a press conference today and expressed his concerns about this contaminated water that has plagued the area for decades.
Enough's enough. So I'm angry about it, frankly, and I'm going to bring that intensity to make sure that we're doing what we've got to do to get this fixed.
And the congressman and the governor have both said that they will be holding HRK Holdings, the current owners of that property, responsible for all of this. Also, just moments ago, we just learned that second breach did not happen. So the county is saying that it was possible, but now they're saying that there was no second breach. So that is good news right now. But they are saying that this is still a possibility of a collapse, so that mandatory evacuation is still a real threat in that area. Live in Manatee County, Wendy Lane, ABC Action News.